That second-year, third-round pick from Alabama, Christian Harris, who's able to jog off the field a bit. Maybe signaling to his sideline that all is well.
Well, that is a good sign for sure.
The ball at the Texans' 27. And immediately with Harris out of the game, they run it with Lamar Jackson and a short gain on first down as we send it down to Laura.
Well, Joe, DeMeco Ryans referencing some of the defensive adjustments that you heard Troy talking about. And he said one of the main things that he emphasized to this defense is just to hunt the quarterback. He said no matter what, everybody run toward him. Don't give him time to make any decision, whether it's throw or pass. That'll continue to be an emphasis. And, of course, we will check on the injury status down here as well.
Laura, thank you. Second down and 7. Blitz coming from the secondary. Pass is caught. First down, Ravens. That's Bateman. Gain of 9.
Excuse me. Excuse us.
Well, they're going to try to bring the blitz. The only problem is when you bring it from that deep, it's hard to get to the quarterback. And so here he comes. Looks like it was Petrie who was the one on the blitz. You've got Steven Nelson out there one-on-one. And I thought that he had a chance. I thought he maybe got even a hand on it, but goes right through his hands. And that's the difference in
how to turn on your webcam on your computer.
In the game, Jackson end zone. Incomplete as Petrie almost got a pick.
That's a great job by Jalen Petrie because initially he is in coverage. Looked like he's on Isaiah Likely here, and he's going to be in coverage. And as he comes off the ball, he's covering him, but he feels it, and then he comes off. Actually, he came off of it to get underneath Isaiah, but that's just a really nice play by Petrie getting his hands on the ball.
This is the most aggressive blitz-wise DeMeco Ryans has been as a defensive play caller in the NFL. 2 years in San Francisco, his first in Houston. He's watching Lamar Jackson take it in. Touchdown, Ravens. And that opening possession of the second half couldn't have gone any better for John Harbaugh's team and Lamar Jackson.
No, that was really good. They came out, they opened up and threw the ball and were able to get some completions, get a little momentum going, and then cap it off with Lamar Jackson on the keeper.
Talk about pressure on number 8. Lamar was 3 for 4 for 37 yards and had the 15-yard touchdown run. So good with the ball in his arm. Touchdown, Ravens. Back on top by 7.
At Target, try fast and free drive up. Try fast and always free drive up at Target. When you stay at a Vrbo, you always get the whole home. Not part of it, but the whole upstairs, the whole downstairs, the whole fridge, and the whole secret nap room. Because is it really a vacation home if you have to share the house with the host? Only with Vrbo.
We love our house.
Great location, quiet street.
The garage is a bit of a black hole.
Yeah, everything is up.
She'll be back.
We gotta clean this place out.
See my winter coat in there? You can't hear me.
Ugh, the coat is hideous. Oh, my summer jasmine.
So these Geico makes bundling a home and car insurance easy. Saves us a ton. From a box of cords.
Okay, honey, throw me the hose.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Herbie.
Ice cold Corona. Right here. Nice pass. Nice catch. Guy's got an arm. Rush cut limes here. Ice cold Corona.
No flex, zone. No flex, zone. They know better. They know better.
Hockey stars will shine brightest in Toronto.
The 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend, February 2nd and 3rd on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN+.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs on ESPN, presented by Intuit TurboTax. Lamar Jackson accounting for 52 of the 55 yards on that touchdown drive. Took it in from 15 yards out. He's thrown for a touchdown to Aguilar. Now he's run for one. And the Ravens back on top by 7. Steven Sims waits for the kick. Takes a knee.
Well, you go back and take a look at that touchdown, and this time they're going to have Blake Cashman, Houston is, as the guy who's got his eyes on Lamar. But here's Gus Edwards. This is a design keeper by Lamar the entire way. Edwards, then, he serves as a lead blocker. And then, of course, you've got the sender, Linderbaum, who's leading the way also. So a good adjustment there by Todd Monken. They put the ball in Lamar's hands. They come out. They get the easy completions. They start to get a little momentum. They get down in there in the red zone. They run the quarterback keeper that Lamar has been so effective with, and they finish off that drive. So a really excellent job after the big return by Devin Duvernay to start that possession.
They're happy to have Duvernay back off IR. Two-time Pro Bowl returner. Stroud comes underneath, is able to complete it. Singletary with a nice gain on first down. Got 7.
Well, we talk about C.J. Stroud and how he manages the pocket, and, you know, really much better than any rookie that I've seen. They bring Kyle Hamilton off the edge, and he gets pressure. You see he gets pushed back into his face, but he's able to navigate it and just get the ball out. And he really, a lot of young quarterbacks start looking at the pass rush. He's not. He's feeling it. He adjusts to it, knows where he has to go with the football, and turns what could have been a really poor play into a positive gain.
Ground game has been non-existent. Roquan Smith got through to make that stop and a loss of 3. Texans just cannot run the ball tonight.
No, and we haven't talked about Roquan Smith much in this ball game, but these linebackers, both Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen, they're as good as there is in all of football, and he hits it coming downhill, and Devin Singletary has nowhere to go.
Averaging under a yard per carry on 7 carries, and it's 3rd and 6. Stroud, Schultz, a nice sliding catch for the first down. Dalton Schultz for 7.
I mean, how many times have we watched C.J. Stroud this year with no run game, and he's had to do it himself? They have a nice gain on first down, nothing on second down, lose a yard, and then he's able to keep this play alive, and a good adjustment there by Schultz to make that catch.
22 pass attempts by Stroud, no sacks in this game yet for the Ravens. Here is a toss. Singletary, not much, right up the middle, able to get a yard.
It's just a lot for any quarterback, and you know, you always go back and say, especially for a young quarterback, but I mean, he's been impressive throughout. But against this defense on the road and not having any running game take any pressure off of you whatsoever, and every yard you gain is on you and your ability to deliver a good throw, it's asking a lot in this environment.
Divine focus.
Second and 9, pressure from Clowney.
Ezra, blow a kiss to her.
This is lofted for Jordan. There's a flag down on the far side.
Blow a kiss to her.
And the indication is that it's a hold. Against the Ravens. Official gave the hold signal, didn't point either way. Here's the call from John Hussey.
Holding. Defense number 21. Penalty. Automatic. First down.
Turn on webcam.
It's called against Brandon Stevens.
Well, number 21 right there in front, and yeah, it's a good call. And Brandon Stevens, he all these guys for the Ravens defensively have had amazing years. But he is one who comes up. The Ravens press wide receivers as much as anybody in the game, and it fits right into what Brandon Stevens does best. Now he gets caught there with the really critical penalty, which gives Houston a new set of downs.
Schultz blocking for Stroud, and CJ will take off. And a gain of about 3, maybe 4 on that first down carry.
Yeah, that was by design. And get Stroud outside the pocket and see if they can't pick up a big gain. Number 2 right here, Robert Woods. That's where he's trying to go with the football. He's going to work the middle of the field. He's got a chance if he were able to deliver it right away. But that's that intermediate area where Bobby Slowick talked about. The intermediate zones are going to be the big plays for us because the Ravens stay on top of the receiver so well.
They're sticking with a run, and they are rewarded with a first down carry and more by Devin Singletary. The former Buffalo Bill, who's been in the playoffs all 5 years of his career, carries for 16.
Now watch Devin Singletary, and there's just not a whole lot of room, and yet he's got this jump cut and quickness, and he's not very big. He's only 5'7", and so he's able to get behind his offensive lineman. He's hard to locate if you're a linebacker on the opposite side and being able to make a play, but that's the best run he's had tonight.
Texans had 15 rush yards all game before that 16-yard carry. They flip it to Mechie, now eventually back to Stroud. Hutchinson looking for a block. And a loss on the play. Geno Stone was the first guy there, but that did not fool the Ravens at all, and a loss of 4.
No, they're trying to get the ball back out to Hutchinson with blockers in front of him. You know, I asked Bobby Slowick when we talked to him last night, did he have anything up his sleeves in order to give them an opportunity for a play? He said, really, only in the...
To analyze player performance and expand coaching tools. Take your business further with America's largest 5G network.
Meet the Chevy ZR2 family. They'll never let you down. With features like DSSB dampers, MT tires, and an off-road performance display. When the going gets tough, it's a family you can count on. Introducing the Silverado, Colorado, and Silverado HD ZR2 family of trucks.
3 roommates. 2 packs of Ben's Original Jasmine Rice. 1, 2, 3 social feeds. 3 real-life BFFs. We're all original recipes.
Tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear. Second possession for the Ravens. In this half, they lead by 7. Their worst starting field position is right here, right now, from the 7. 6.5 to go in the third. They hand to Edwards. Broke a tackle and got 9.
It's one of the better runs we've seen from Gus Edwards tonight as well. It's been all Lamar Jackson when they've had the success, and really, when they've been able to score, it's been because of what they've been able to do on the ground with Lamar Jackson. This time they're backed up, and they get the ball to Gus Edwards, and that's a great start to this drive.
There's a night for Edwards. The Ravens overall over 6 yards per rush.
He's still out there playing like Judy.
Toss to Edwards, cups up field, and gets a first down. The Ravens have certainly struggled in the postseason in recent years. 2018 season, they lost a wild card game to the Chargers. Fell to the Titans in the 2019 divisional round after the bye. They lost in the divisional round to the Bills in 2020 after a win over Tennessee. Didn't make the playoffs in 21. And last year, lost their wild card game to the Bengals with Lamar Jackson injured. And Tyler Huntley, the starting quarterback, first down at their 21. All day. Bateman, nice diving catch.
Well, that's what time in the pocket will afford you, because initially there's pretty good coverage in the secondary by the Texans. And when he initially is looking for Bateman, he's covered. There's nowhere to go, but Bateman keeps going, and because no one then is threatening Lamar Jackson, you just can't ask these.
How to enable your webcam on your Windows computer? What
Coverage for that long without somebody getting open.
21-yard completion, the longest of the night. Here's Flowers trying to make a move, and Stingley didn't really bite. Made a good tackle, gain of 5.
Yeah, Derek Stingley, as we mentioned, he's been going with Flowers throughout this game. It doesn't always mean that he's locked up, depending on what the route is that he runs, but he's kept Flowers pretty much in check throughout this game. They finally are able to get him the ball, but just, not really anywhere to go after the catch.
Here you have clicked on privacy. Now, please click on camera.
Second down and 5. Hill brought down by Cashman, a gain of 2. Third down coming up.
Starting to lean on this run game a little bit more. Strength on strength. You've got the #1 rushing offense in Baltimore going up against the #2 ranked defense in terms of yards per carry that they've given up. And that's been the biggest turnaround for this Houston defense, is what they've done on that side of the ball in run defense. But holding up for 60 minutes against this group is a real challenge when you add Lamar Jackson into that mix. But as this second half wears on, I would expect to see more of that running game.
Here's Hill, didn't get it. It'll be 4th down and a yard as Justice Hill picked up just 1, and we'll see what John Harbaugh wants to do. He's going to go. Analytics says 4 or less, you go. They bring in Patrick Ricard, their big fullback. Chance here for the Texans to make a stop and give C.J. Stroud the ball in midfield.
Great opportunity for them. I do not disagree with this decision at all.
Jackson gets it and then some. Making guys miss to the 35. And he goes over to congratulate and thank Morgan Moses for getting out there in front of him, a gain of 14 yards on 4th and 1.
Yeah, you're going to see they're able to get Ronnie Stanley over here at left tackle that he initially sets, and then he leads the way. And then you've got the Texans who are trying to make a play on him, and good luck with that. Derek Barnett, he was there, but just no match for getting Lamar Jackson on the ground in the open field.
Stanley was out there, and then Moses was out as well. He's 32 years old, weighs 320 in his 10th year. And that's who Lamar Jackson, after that play, went over to pat on the back. Pressure here by Harris, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Texans now, they start to bring the pressure that was so effective to end that first half. You know, they see where Baltimore is and, you know, just really can't get into a game where they're giving up certainly more than 3 points here.
Blitz, completion, Hill. First down.
Well, they bring pressure off the edge, and Lamar Jackson reads it perfectly, and then you've got Denzel Perryman. Coverage is not his strength, but then you've got Hill coming out here in the flat, and he hesitates just enough, and that hesitation allows Hill to catch the ball and turn that into a first down.
We have a whistle. They may be making sure that Hill got the first down if he didn't step out of bounds before he picked it up. It was close.
After discussion, the runner was 2 yards short of the line to gain. We will hold there.
Troy, you talk about the blitz tonight as you see Hill step out. D'Amico Ryans has brought the blitz 69% of pass plays. That is the highest percentage he's ever called in a game in his 3 years as an NFL defensive play caller.
Yeah, it's just not a part of what he's done. It's not what San Francisco was about prior to him becoming the defensive coordinator under Robert Saleh, and it didn't become part of what he did when he was the defensive coordinator, and they've continued with that style of defense in Houston, but they had some success after Lamar scored or threw the touchdown to Nelson Aguilar. That's when it picked up. That's when they started putting Christian Harris on Jackson as a spy. They started bringing more blitzes. They got away from it a little bit earlier to start this half, but now they're trying to create a negative play.
And convert a 3rd and 2, and Hill has done it. And Nelson, who was in on the tackle, is slow to get up.
Well, this time they just do it out of a little bit of a different look. We saw previously that, you know, Hill was in the backfield. This time they split him out. They motion him down, but the landmarks are the same. The reads are the same for Jackson.
It's a first down for the Ravens on a drive that started at their own 7. They've had 4 first downs on their march down the field, and Steven Nelson, who's had a good year, tied his career high with 4 picks, had 1 here in week 1 in the red zone against Lamar Jackson. Had that head down and bore the brunt of the hit he brought on Justice Hill.
Yeah, that's why they always talk to these players, these defensive players. You know, try to keep their heads up, but he's really played well this year for this defense. Has had a really nice season.
He will have to check out of the game. 29 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and Steven Nelson, who's with his 4th different team, is going to go get looked at. Coming off a game with that 82-yard pick 6 last week, 1 of 2. In the wild card game, he went 82, and Christian Harris went 36 yards as Kadar Holman comes in to take his spot. He's at the bottom of the screen across from Bateman.
Yeah, let me let this run out. They can end the half or end the quarter and not get a delay game. Well, and they got Texans to jump.
And it is against Houston, another pre-snap penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. First down. Please set the game clock to 2 seconds, please.
That is the 7th pre-snap penalty tonight for D'Amico Ryan's team, and that stuff in the playoffs, in any game. But on the road in the playoffs, that will kill you. It's Grenard guilty of coming across. Grenard's had a big year, 12.5 sacks. Just gave the Ravens 5 free yards. Fourth quarter rolls in this divisional playoff game. Number 4 seed against the number 1 seed. Ravens on the move, leading after 3 by 7.
When Barbara switched to TurboTax,
I broke 4 generations of family tradition with 5 little words. Ma, I want to make perfume. Getting my business off the ground was a full-time job.
So I made Barbara's new site gig count by guaranteeing 100% accurate filings and a maximum refund.
make your moves. We'll make them count. Intuit TurboTax, proud sponsor of the NFL.
Well, Patrick, it's official.
You're the league's most valuable bundle.
I just did not see this coming. I'm gonna start locking
Everyone save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Live sports. PGA Tour live on ESPN Plus. From the Pacific to the playoffs, every tournament starts on ESPN Plus. Stream your own way with 4 unique feeds. PGA Tour live on ESPN Plus. PGA Tour live on ESPN Plus. Everybody out on the golf course, from the Pacific to the playoffs, and every hole in between. Phenomenal stuff. It's pretty cool. Every tournament starts on ESPN Plus. Stream your own way with 4 unique feeds. All the energy. These guys are having fun. All the personalities. And Scotty's into it. All the unexpected. All season. PGA Tour live on ESPN Plus.
Hockey stars will shine brightest in Toronto.
The 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend, February 2nd and 3rd on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus.
The Australian Open hits different on the networks of ESPN.
PGA Tour live. Every tournament starts on ESPN Plus.
The Australian Open hits different on the networks of ESPN. 50% off.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs on ESPN, presented by Intuit TurboTax. Impressive drive being put together by the Ravens. Scored a touchdown last time they had it. Now they're on a 10-play, 74-yard drive, covering 6.5 minutes off the clock. And a 1st and 5 at the 19 of Houston. Here is a handoff to Edwards, about a yard short of first down yardage. It'll be 2nd down. Stephen Nelson is going to exit, go to the locker room for a further look. They'll miss him out there. Pretty good pair with he and Derek Stingley Jr. The starting corners for this Texans defense. Now 2nd and 1. Jackson, end zone, Likely for the touchdown.
Hey, that's right, Likely. We need that Pilgrim, buddy. Hey, that's right, Likely. We need that Pilgrim, buddy.
Isaiah Likely with 4 touchdowns over the Ravens' last 3 games, taking the place of the injured Mark Andrews, who's on his way back. And things are looking awfully rosy here for the Ravens, as Likely, the 2nd-year pro from Coastal Carolina, A 15-yard touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. Ravens up 14.
Bravo!
For buying a treadmill?
You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase.
Yeah.
And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
What's in your wallet?
At night, I remember when you and I were inseparable. We had pure energy. We had
Ravens 24,
we were inseparable.
Texans 10. Touchdown with Isaiah Likely.
We have breaking news right now, and we wait to see exactly how this plays out. Yo, let's go.
Sorry I've been so quiet, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to edit settings. Halftime, fourth quarter just started. I said I wasn't going to voice in until the fourth quarter. Now we're here at the fourth quarter. And it was a good start to the fourth quarter with a passing touchdown to Isaiah Likely for 6. The ball is going back to the Texans. We still have 14 minutes to go, Ravens fans. So don't get your celebration pants on too soon. We have 14 minutes to go.
Now on SportsCenter, another wild night.
Time now for our electric play brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. The threat of the run. The threat of the run. You're going to see Lamar Jackson, when he gets it, he tucks it like he's going to keep it and then pulls up and gets the ball to Isaiah Likely. Pretty good coverage there by Derek Stingley, but, you know, when you've got the athleticism of Likely and his size, he just, as they call it at ESPN, he got mossed right there. That's a great job by Isaiah Likely, and they just got the distance between themselves and the Texans that they've been trying to get throughout this game, and it might be a little too much for the Houston Texans offensively. Ravens with back-to-back touchdown drives.
Let's go, defense.
Crowd is fired.
Hold him.
The hold a little deeper for C.J. Stroud and the Texans offense. They got to get to work.
I bought 3 of the same jacket to get the 4th free.
I subscribe to get a deal on
Let's
these
go.
memory supplements.
So the defense really has to play a good game now, and the offense has to keep their foot on the gas. If we going to seal a deal with this dub, we have to keep our foot on the gas, and we have to keep playing good defense and good offense all around. I want to get some Odell Beckham targets. If Lamar can make that happen, that would be nice.
Any of our best plans, guaranteed.
That's kind of what I really was excited when we got Odell Beckham, is his playoff capabilities. But this game, he's been really quiet. I don't think he's had any receiving yards. So I already know he mad on the bench. So
Jersey Mike slices.
we gonna see what it'll do.
See the slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm. This is the rhythm of the slice.
Sorry you couldn't guys see me. My camera is broken right now. So
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey
camera's broken, but yeah.
I didn't serve, but if
I know I haven't posted any videos. Usually around NFL playoff time, I don't do much talking about any sports. I just like to, you know, stay ready, stay on top of my business. You know, stay locked in, bro.
This is for the community.
This is for my papa.
that's always in my heart. And for everyone who will come next.
Hockey stars will shine bright in Toronto. The 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend on ESPN and ABC.
Well, hockey weather here in Baltimore, Maryland, as we get set for the Texans trying to answer, now down 14 points. Biggest deficit of the night for Houston. Stroud out to his right, just has to throw it away. Pressure by Washington and Kyle Van Noy.
Let's go, defense. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Come on. We need this, bro. We need this, bro.
Nico Collins, he is wide open in the middle of the field. There is nobody within 10 yards anywhere around him, but Stroud gets flushed outside the pocket right away and just has to unload it. But it's just...
Come on, defense. Y'all got to watch this man number 12, bro. Y'all got to watch.
Here's Schultz. That's Patrick Queen.
Good job, Queen.
By Mike
Good D. Good D.
Job he has done. And a little
what's that? 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try to get the 4th and out. Let's get the 3 and out.
Brought a lot of blitzes. Mike McDonald comes in. He's in his 2nd year as the coordinator. Doesn't bring as much pressure. They're good at every position, and man, he's got them fine-tuned and playing really good football.
It looked like Patrick Queen injured himself on that last play.
Charge timeout, Baltimore.
And the Ravens need to take a timeout. Trying to get him off the field. Well, the Texans last week became the first team in NFL history to win a playoff game after winning 4 or fewer games each of the 3 previous seasons. The turnaround has been...
Bro, they wasting our timeouts for real, bro.
As they've gotten through the wild
That's never good.
Nico Ryan's job he's done. Bobby Slowick, the man.
That's never good,
that
bro.
Conversation. C.J. Stroud, who led the NFL in average pass yards per game, not among rookies, among all quarterbacks. And he has been held in check tonight. The Texans with 177 total yards. Just 146 through the air and nothing on the ground.
Yeah, and this has been an offense throughout the season that has been excellent, you know, in their explosive plays, big pass plays down the field. And Baltimore, true to character, has just not given up any of those.
Here's pressure by Mollett. Stroud on 3rd down has to throw it away.
4th down, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
You said they don't blitz much. But when they do, as they did here with Mollett, they can really bother a quarterback.
Well, they are, but you're going to see Mollett comes off the slot, and then they pull out guys in the middle. They come off the other edge. This time they bring more, but a lot of times they'll give the appearance that they're bringing more rushers than they really are, and it's really the genius of Mike.
Let's go. Watch out for the fake. Watch out for the fake.
Orchestrates that and confuses an offensive line and a quarterback, and they've been doing it all year long.
Duvernay will stay away from it. And it's tapped down inside the 25. 48-yard punt. Frustrating night for Bobby Slowick in this Texans offense. Not so for that group. The Ravens defense flexing.
What? $6.99 for the DQ chicken strip basket. Oh, just $6.99 for the whole basket. But it's only for a limited time? Let's go get it right now. I'm driving. DQ, happy tastes good.
The Pro Bowl game.
Hey, I know you see me.
It's your favorite players taking flag football to a whole new level. The Pro Bowl games, presented by Verizon. Action starts Thursday, February 1st. Flag football championship game Sunday.
Only at Crossroads Ford in Wake Forest can you get the biggest discounts on all new vehicles. Take $13,000 off F-150s. Just announced, get 1.9% for 72 months. Explorers, take up to $6,000 off and get 2.9% for 72 months. Pick any Escape and take up to $3,000 off. Nobody will beat our deal. And remember, don't tell me what you won't do, tell me what you will do. Come see me today, Dave Burrell, only at Crossroads Ford in Wake Forest.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you?
We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good? Have that chicken from Popeyes.
Pure Leaf is crafted in a variety of flavors that'll make you say, ah. Enjoy juicy peach, zesty lemon, or ripe raspberry without any artificial flavors. Pure Leaf iced tea, real variety, real brewed.
This is Cassie. She never really paid attention to her credit scores until she got Credit Karma and used her scores to score more, like her first ride. When it was time to upgrade, she shopped around for a lower auto insurance rate to go with it. Even when she decided to blaze a new trail, Credit Karma helped her with an auto loan to get her where she was going. Where is she going? Intuit Credit Karma. Download the free money app where your hard work pays off.
Pod.co.
14-point game, 13:30 left. Winner of this game goes to the AFC Championship game against either the Bills or the Chiefs. They play tomorrow night in Buffalo. Back-to-back touchdown drives put together by this Ravens offense. Jackson was surprised by that snap, it looked like, and Justice Hill gets almost 9.
That's right, Justice Hill. Good pickup.
Earlier in the game, on the other end of the field, Isaiah Likely from 15 yards out. Lamar couldn't get it to him, was almost picked. Likely said, throw it up high. Now on this end of the field to our right, he did, and a touchdown was the result.
Yeah, he Likely told him, throw it up, let me moss this guy. And sure enough, that's what he did. And even with the throw that was a little bit behind, he's able to make a play on it. So right now on that last run, you see that they'll start running or leaning on this running game a little bit more here in this fourth quarter.
It's a good run game to lean on. A flag flies on this play. Baltimore has only been penalized twice in this game. Until
illegal shift. Offense. 2-man movement at the same time. Number 42 and number 4. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So penalty number 3 to make it 2nd and 6. Not much from Dalvin Cook in this game tonight. Activated off the practice squad. 4-time Pro Bowl running back, let go by the Jets, picked up by the Ravens. They cut Melvin Gordon loose. They brought Dalvin Cook aboard, but we've only seen him for one play that I can remember, and he didn't touch it.
Yeah, I thought we might see a little bit more of him. They talked about maybe getting the ball to him a little bit.
Here's Jackson, pulled it out, gets the first down. And Perryman, who delivered the hit, is injured.
Well, Jonathan Grenard, he crashes so hard that he makes this a really easy read then for Lamar Jackson. Nobody on the outside to account for him, and an easy pickup.
So they look at Perryman. They've got Will Anderson, the Texans do on their sideline. They're looking at his leg. This defense starting to get tired for Houston. We'll take a break.
Uh-oh, y'all heard that, ladies and gentlemen. That defense getting tired. We gotta stay up on them. We can't rest. We gotta stay up on them.
From Papa John's with minimum purchase. That's right, get free delivery on all your Papa John's favorites when you order on the Papa John's app or online. Better ingredients, better pizza, better order now. Papa John's.
La lune est rouge, je crois qu'il
Rayonne au-dessus, rayonne au-dessus de toi. La lune est
Look in the Hotels.com app to find your perfect somewhere.
I've got something you want.
What is it?
Movies and television shows.
Defense gotta stay on their P's and Q's. Offense gotta stay on their P's and Q's. Don't know what time it is.
Together, they're much better.
Yeah.
Hulu.
Everyone, hang on!
And Disney Plus.
This is our home!
Better together. For one low price. With the Disney Bundle.
Meet my boyfriend, Jake.
What's up, everyone?
What is all over your feet?
They're flowers. I study botany.
Resting dad face back there likes plants too.
Grab some pruners. Let's prune.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs on ESPN, presented by Intuit TurboTax. From Baltimore, Maryland, where the Ravens, the #1 seed, are leading by 14. They have a first down. Second half, they have dominated. Rookie quarterbacks 2-17 at Baltimore against John Harbaugh teams. And his defense has been outstanding tonight. The offense has shown their usual flashes of brilliance. At times, they look like they're just unstoppable.
Yeah, they got that running game, and even at 160 yards rushing in this game, that's a great night. It hasn't been as impressive as you'd think.
Toss to Edwards. He's back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a half yard. Divisional playoff bracket. Our game top left tonight. Green Bay at San Francisco. The 7 against the 1 seed. And then tomorrow in the afternoon, it's Detroit hosting multiple playoff games for the first time in the same postseason, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then at night, it's Buffalo hosting Kansas City and Edwards. Bit banged up after that last 1-yard pickup.
That was quite an atmosphere last week at Ford Field. It'll be that much better tomorrow.
On 2nd and 9, Hill, first down plus. They've had J.K. Dobbins.
That's right, Hill.
Keaton Mitchell, Edwards, and Hill. And Justice Hill has really found his stride here lately.
He really has. And this offensive line just doing a really good job.
That's right, Hill.
Yeah, he's been playing in this league a long time. He helps kind of lead the charge, but it's a veteran group. The youngest guy up front is the only guy who ended up making the Pro Bowl, and that's the center, Tyler Linderbaum. Everyone else, you've got guys who have 80 starts, 140 starts, 180 starts. I mean, these guys have been playing a lot of football, and they start flexing their muscle on a defense late in games. They're hard to slow down.
When we talked to John Harbaugh about Lamar Jackson and this time between games, 20 days, he told us we need to protect well early to get Lamar settled in. I would say that process took a little while to get this offense settled in. And now we're seeing all that it can do. And with regard to Lamar Jackson, he said this year he's been more of a confrontational leader with the guys on this team. Not in a bad way, in a good way. He's getting up. He's demanding accountability. There's a lot going on, and a lot of it's good for the Baltimore Ravens in the 2023 season. Here's a carry. That's Cook. Dalvin Cook. Welcome to Baltimore.
Well, Dalvin Cook, he wasn't too thrilled with his lack of opportunities when he was with the Jets. He hasn't had much tonight, but boy, he got the ball, and he was going to make the most of this carry. That's a really good job. He didn't see a hole like that in New York, I'll promise you. But he's up on
That's right, Cook. He on my fantasy squad. That's what I'm talking about.
No, this is a fun time in the game for Baltimore. When you get to this point, you got a 2-touchdown lead. You're running the football, and you're just kind of having your way.
Dalvin Cook just went for 21, and now he carries up the middle. The Ravens are over 200 yards. Lisa Salters, what do you have down on the field?
Well, Joe, Dalvin Cook said that he was released by the Jets and drove to Baltimore the very next day. He said being here has been like a breath of fresh air. He's just so grateful to get this opportunity with how things went with the Jets. He says he has the utmost respect for Gus Edwards and Justice Hill. Doesn't want to step on anybody's toes because they've been putting in the work here all week and all year. But he said, any opportunity I get, I'm going to give it everything I got.
Yeah, he only averaged 5 touches a game with the Jets, just over 3 yards a carry with all their offensive line issues. He's going to make the most of this chance behind this group as he gets to the line of scrimmage, lost a yard as Grenard made that stop for Houston.
Well, and the thing about it is, too, Dalvin Cook, it's not like this guy hasn't been productive. He was coming off 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, and, I get it, 1,000 yards isn't what it once was, but it's still pretty good. And he was sure excited to maybe get an opportunity to play here tonight and had a couple nice carries there. I have a feeling that as they move through next week's game and whatever might happen there, we might see a little bit more from Dalvin Cook.
3rd down and 7. Flowers broke a tackle and takes a seat for the first down.
This is an organization that for the last several years have had a hard time developing wide receivers. They made the pick for Zay Flowers. John Harbaugh at the end of last season said that they were going to upgrade that wide receiver room. They started with the draft in Zay Flowers, and the move that he makes in that space, he's been doing that since week 1. He has elite level quickness, and he's led this team in receiving. And then they bring in Odell Beckham. They sign Nelson Aguilar, and haven't talked a lot about these receivers, but they've played a big role in this team being the #1 seed in the AFC.
And here to Hill with under 6.5 to go. Gain of 5 for Justice Hill. John Harbaugh's team has not made it to the AFC Championship since they won it all in 2012. He's got his best group to get there and beyond. Welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman. This team is starting to roll. You have that bye week. It took them a little while, but we're seeing why the Baltimore Ravens were the #1 seed.
Yeah, and I'm not totally surprised. Like I said, when you come in and you didn't play in the wild card round, you are a little uptight because you've worked so hard to get to this point. And then you got the Texans who came off the big win last week. So we saw that early in the game, but as the game wore along, especially here in this second half, we've seen what Baltimore is all about and why they've been really the best team in the AFC, maybe in the league all year long. They've beaten a lot of good football teams, a lot of good teams that made the postseason. Detroit, San Francisco, Miami, and they not only won those games, they dominated those games. This is a confident football team. They can beat you a lot of different ways, and tonight has been an excellent performance by a lot of people.
Jackson keeps Stanley in front of him. Touchdown, Lamar.
Touchdown, Ravens! That's what we need, big boss. That's what we need, big boss. That's what we need, big boss. That's what we need, big boss.
Second career game for Lamar Jackson with 2 touchdown runs, 2 touchdown passes, and the presumptive NFL MVP has his team pointed to the AFC Championship game.
Come on, Justin Tucker. Where you at, big boss? That's what we need, big boss.
Record 1-3 in the playoffs. He got his deal done. He's been more of a leader, and on the field, incomparable.
my master asks, what do you seek here?
To vanquish our common enemies. Sijing, Yominus.
What else to wear? Amazing. Nice, right? But we're not there yet. Not this either. Still not it. Finding the next stepping place isn't the point. And in Nissan Pathfinder, search. That's the adventure.
Right. Right, exactly.
Why you make so much food?
Right. And we don't. Yeah.
Baby,
Oh,
I am sorry.
You can't buy great conversations or moments that matter, but you can invest in them. At T. Rowe Price, our strategic investing approach can help you build the future you imagine. T. Rowe Price, invest with confidence.
We saw this earlier on 4th and 1, this same play with left tackle Ronnie Stanley, how he leads the way, and Lamar off the play fake comes out, and then he's got a two-way run on Jonathan Grenard, and he goes right up the tunnel, and just an outstanding job capping off this drive. They've scored 3 touchdowns the last 3 possessions, and boy, I don't know what John Harbaugh had to say to them at halftime. He was very calm and collected when he talked to our Lisa Salters, but this has been a different team here in the second half. They have dominated in every way.
This game was tied at 10 at the half. Ravens 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Here's Sims, who's got a punt return for a touchdown tonight. The offense for the Texans has been held out of the end zone. The NFL Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon headed to Orlando. The Peyton Manning coached AFC faces off against Eli Manning's NFC squad in the skills showdown on Thursday, February 1st on ESPN. And the action continues with the AFC against the NFC flag football game and more skills on Sunday, February 4th on ESPN and ABC. On Thursday, before the Super Bowl, the NFL's brightest stars will be recognized for the best plays and moments in the 2023 season. It's the NFL Honors, Thursday, February 8th at 9 Eastern on CBS and NFL Network. Challenge flag was thrown out from the Ravens sideline.
Baltimore is challenging that the runner fumbled the ball and they recovered it on the kickoff return.
Let's see if Sims is able to maintain control. Somebody told Harbaugh to throw the challenge flag. You would have to believe, but they're going to take a look at it. And Sims is clearly down. Harbaugh did not win a challenge during the regular season. He's had a great year, but he's going to lose another challenge, it appears.
Yeah, I guess at 31-10, you just don't feel like those timeouts may be that important when this thing's all said and done.
Or he wanted
why not challenge it?
Have a chance to read a 3-page long promo about the NFL honors. And
you've been doing good on those promos.
Peyton's here, by the way.
He is here, yeah.
After review, the runner was down by contact. This will be an unsuccessful challenge for Baltimore, and we will charge them their second timeout.
Let's look ahead to the the honors. And the notable Offensive Rookie of the Year candidates, I mean, Puka was unbelievable. Even in the postseason game, the playoff game, the wild card game against Detroit, you got 2 Lions at the end with Gibbs and Laporta, but C.J. Stroud with what he did through the air, protecting the ball, leading a team, he's got to be the winner.
No question. And I don't know why we're surprised that Peyton's here. You know, the guy's everywhere, isn't he?
Yes. Doing research for the Pro Bowl games. Here is Stroud out to his right, chased by Jones, incomplete. And this Ravens defense, they're not going to let up in a 21-point game. It's 2nd and 10.
You look like you got Millette a little bit banged up, or no. That's the last thing you want to see.
Darby comes off with
his I'm sorry.
Arm kind of in a funny position as Rock Yassin takes his spot.
Yeah, because with Marlon Humphrey out, that's why Darby was getting the start.
2nd and 10, overthrown was Dalton Schultz. But a flag is down.
Holding. Offense number 69. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Shaq Mason, former 4th-round pick by the Patriots, guilty of a hold to back him up.
Yep, there it is. So now, you know, for as you mentioned, Joe, they're not letting up. The Ravens aren't, and so the Texans, they have no choice but to start trying to get chunks and get the ball down the field. And this becomes a dangerous proposition.
10th penalty against the Texans, a team playoff record. They're trying to get to their first AFC championship game in franchise history that dates back to 2002. Here's Woods underneath to the 25. Mollett makes that tackle after a gain of 6. It's 3rd down. And Ronald Darby is back out there for the Ravens. Another false start. Unable to handle this crowd noise here in Baltimore.
Full start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yeah, unable to handle this crowd noise. The pre-snap penalties, way too many of those, and it really, I think it's more a product of this defense and just the challenges that they present, the looks that they give. They're so well coached. You mentioned it earlier. I would be surprised. I'd be shocked, actually, if Mike McDonald returns as defensive coordinator and he's not a head coach somewhere in the NFL next year.
Ogunbowale underneath, short of the 1st down. It's 4th down after Stevens missed a tackle early, but a gain of 13. There is Mike, 36 years old, 2nd year coordinating this defense, was Jim Harbaugh's coordinator of Michigan, and was with the Ravens prior to leaving to go to Jim's staff with the Wolverines. He's back, but you would have to believe not for long. Stroud on 4th down, incomplete for Schultz. And Mollett got home again on C.J. Stroud. He's been bringing pressure all night.
Well, you got Millette who's coming off the edge, and then you got Justin.
That's right, defense.
The defensive.
Come on, Lamar. Let's score one more time, bro.
He's going to drop out underneath it. So now you've got this coming off the edge, and Mike McDonald in this defense. Normally in a situation like this, you'd see a lot of defenses just kind of play soft and not give up the big play, but not the Ravens. They continue to play aggressive throughout the entire game, and what a game it's been.
Ravens take over on downs, and Dalvin Cook in the huddle for Baltimore as they try to get him rolling. 16th day with the organization for Cook. That defense gets a chance to rest. Here's Dalvin. Down inside the 30. Take a look at our game recap brought to you by United Airlines. Nelson Aguilar with a 3-yard touchdown pass. First touchdown of the game. And then Steven Sims on the 67-yard punt return for the touchdown tied this game at 10. But in the second half, it's been all Ravens. Their first 3 possessions all went for touchdowns. 2 on the ground by Lamar Jackson. 1 through the air to Isaiah Likely. And then, like Bo Jackson on a Monday Night Football game years ago, up the tunnel went Lamar. And now we start talking about his career in the playoffs. First 4 compared to today. This one's got to feel awfully good for number 8.
Yeah, really good. And the big one is just not turning the ball over. He was smart. He ran the football exceptionally well. You know, he's all they had there, especially in that first half with the ability to run. And, you know, the Houston Texans made it a game with the punt return by Steven Sims, but the offense for them, they just never were able to get it going against this defense. And we knew that would be a challenge. It was a challenge week 1. This group is so good. And yet the Texans will make the trip back to Houston, and disappointed, I know. And I've been there when you've had the year that they've had and not a lot was expected, and you make the postseason and you win a playoff game. The end is hard. But they'll take a couple days. They'll look back on this year and feel good about what they accomplished, and then regroup and start focusing on 2024.
It's 3rd down and 5. The Texans are out of timeouts.
Game ain't over yet. Come on.
Toss to Hill. Blocking out in front with Moses. And Hill is brought down short of first down yardage. If you look at the positives for the Texans, and there are so many to find, the 2 biggest questions that any organization faces, especially a rebuilding one, do we have the head coach? And do we have the quarterback? The answer is a resounding yes on both counts. They've got a left tackle. They've got a top receiver in Nico Collins. They've got a corner in Derek Stingley Jr. They've got Tank Dell on his way back from injury. I mean, it's a long list and a lot to be excited about. On 4th down and 3, Hill gets it. And the Ravens keep control of the football and this game.
Yeah, you know, you're right, Joe. And there's so much to feel good about. I mean, we talked about it week 18 when they were playing the Indianapolis Colts. There's so much to feel good about with the Houston Texans. And, you know, when you've got a rookie quarterback, we've said it a lot, and that you hope you come out of that year and that you feel like you have found your franchise quarterback. They believe that they found that. They knew they had that really probably around week 3 or week 4. You know, he's been so impressive. And DeMeco Ryans and what he's been able to accomplish, they've had a heck of a draft. You know, we just saw Nick Caserio and the general manager, what a great job he did putting together this roster. So a lot of good stuff. And yet the end is hard. But this was Baltimore's night, and it's been Baltimore's year. And whoever comes in here next week, that's going to be a heck of a matchup. It's going to be hard for anybody to come in here to this stadium and win.
John Harbaugh has put together such a resume here with the Ravens. I know you have talked in games past when we've had Baltimore that from the top down, from Steve Bisciotti, who owns the team, to the front office, to the head coach, to the way the organization's run, the public relations department, all of it as Cook tries the left side. This is as good as it gets with the Ravens in the NFL.
Yeah, their structure and the way that they do things, I mean, it is the gold standard in how they do it. And there's Steve Bisciotti, and, of course, it's his leadership. And then Ozzie Newsome, what he was able to do as a general manager. And now it's Eric DaCosta and the constant. Of course, we look at Ray Lewis. He was, what a pick when they took him, when they moved to Baltimore. Jonathan Ogden, he was the first-round pick. He's a Hall of Fame left tackle. Their second first-round pick was Ray Lewis. he's in the Hall of Fame, and and then Eric DeCosta's continued to draft great players just like Ozzie Newsome did, and so they really know what they're doing. The constant in all of that has been John Harbaugh, and he loves this football team, and for good reason.
The Ravens, as they look ahead, they're going to take on either Kansas City or Buffalo next Sunday here at home. In their playoff history, 1-0 all-time against Kansas City, 0-1 against the Bills. And it will be Lamar Jackson and company. They'll be able to talk about a win here tonight and look ahead to an AFC Championship game next Sunday. 2 minutes left in this divisional matchup.
Whoa, whoa. My Geico documentary. It's car insurance, right?
A new documentary entirely about the Geico Gecko.
He could cover anything.
Renters, jewelry, pet insurance.
I mean, we're talking about a lizard.
The caveman strikes me as the kind of guy who lets fame get to his head.
But Gecko's the goat.
Geico. It's so easy, you know.
We just toured so nonstop, making no money. Taco Bell was like the one place where you could actually stretch that money. Taco Bell was really that place that fed us all.
Rachel, you okay?
No. I live with a broken phone. I can't trade in.
Okay, that's dramatic, but our plan's Verizon. Everyone can trade in their old phone and get the new Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus with AI on them.
A new phone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Wait, I'm on Verizon. Can I still get it?
Yeah.
I gotta trade this in, right?
New and existing customers can trade in any Samsung phone for a new Galaxy S24 Plus, watch, and tablet, all on us. That's up to $1,800 in value, only on Verizon.
Scott Van Pelt here getting set for the postgame on ABC and ESPN. We'll visit with Joe and Troy in the booth, one of the star players of the game as well. Back up to the toasty booth. Joe and Troy, home team going to put the finishing touches on an awfully impressive second half of football, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's been. A 43-yard try-up coming from Justin Tucker. The now 7-time Pro Bowl kicker, best field goal percentage in his career in the history of the league. Just to make it a 24-point game, which he does. Last time the Ravens won a divisional matchup, Joe Flacco and the Ravens took on Peyton Manning, who's in the stadium, as we mentioned. The Broncos, with under a minute to play in the fourth. Ravens down by 7. Flacco found Jacoby Jones for a 70-yard touchdown to tie it. And in double overtime, Justin Tucker kicked a 47-yarder to win the game, 38-35. Their last divisional game victory went on to win that Super Bowl.
How about this? The last time that Baltimore, there's a look at our good friend Peyton Manning.
And Marshall Manning with a football in the Lamar Jackson jersey. And Jim Harbaugh, who it certainly appears will be a head coach in this league again next year. Go ahead.
I think Jim's probably trying to talk Peyton out of retirement if he gets a head job. That'd be smart. No, that the last time Baltimore hosted an AFC championship game, January of 1971. And they won that game, and then they went on to Super Bowl V and beat the Oakland Raiders. So it's been, what, 53 years since this city has hosted an AFC championship game. So you can only imagine what this place will be like next week.
Yep, talking about the city of Baltimore. Different team. That ball's out. Damian Pierce with the return got it knocked out. Ravens say they have it. John Hussey says they don't.
The runner fumbled the ball and recovered it. First down, Houston.
Malik Harrison knocked it out. And John Hussey said that he recovered it, so somehow that ball found its way back into the gut of.
Yeah, wow.
Damian Pierce.
Yeah, it was certainly close. It didn't look initially like he would have had a chance to recover it, but guess he did.
Here is Ogunbowale over the right side on first down, gets 4. If you go back just for the Ravens, Troy, in 2018, Lamar Jackson was a rookie. Joe Flacco was hurt. Jackson took over, won 6 of 7 starts, lost that playoff game to the Chargers, suffered 7 sacks, turned it over twice. Fans were chanting, some were, Flacco's name. 2019, they were the #1 seed. They got the bye. 14-2, he won an MVP. They lost to Tennessee. 2020, they finally got a win at Tennessee, but lost at Buffalo in the divisional. And so all those questions that Lamar Jackson has been very, even with us, up front answering, not losing his patience with it, saying it's history, and I'm ready, I'm antsy, I can't wait to go. And well, he played great tonight.
He did. Yeah, he played great. He's had a great year. As we mentioned earlier, by all accounts, he's going to win his 2nd league MVP, and rightfully so. And yet, this is a big win, but there's a lot more left, and he knows it. So they'll feel good about this, and they know they're going to have a tough opponent coming in next week, and they're going to have their hands full with whoever that might be. But the good thing for them is they get to do it right here at M&T Bank Stadium.
The Ravens are moving on.
Let's freaking go. This is what we do, good buddy. I told y'all, suckers, we need that pill. I told y'all we need that pill.
With family in attendance, gets to celebrate a return trip to the championship game for the first time since 2012. A resounding 24-point
Thanks,
victory.
y'all, for watching my live stream. Appreciate it.
In the second half.
You know, I wasn't in my favorite place to be, but winning this game, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The winner.
Let's go. Let's go to the Be More Ravens, bro. We back in the AFC Championship after 10 years, bro. 10 years, bro. It's been rough.
Lamar Jackson has got his first home playoff win. And he and this very good Ravens team, after the rest in the bye week,